This is everything you need to start making candles. Now, whether you want to start a candle business or you just want to make candles at home as a hobby, I've been doing this for the past 3 years and I want to show you everything you need in order to start in under 10 minutes. Hi, my name is Georgiana, and if you don't know me, I own a candle shop in Amsterdam. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok, and without further ado, let's get into this video. The first and the most important thing that you need to use is wax. This is a personal choice, but you can choose from soy wax, gel wax, paraffin wax, coconut wax, beeswax, and palm wax. I'm not going to go into the characteristics of every wax, but you should definitely do your research to see which one fits you better. Now that you made a decision regarding which wax you're going to use, the next thing that we need to think about is wicks. The wick is the thing that is used to burn your candle, and there's 3 different types of wicks. We have the cotton wick, the wooden wick, and the one that it's like a string that we use for pillar candles. So let me show you. This is a cotton wick, and it comes in different thickness and in different lengths, and that's based on the glass that you're using. A wooden wick is a wick that makes the atmosphere really cozy, and it cracks a bit when it burns, just like a wood. And another different type of wick is this type of string that we usually use for pillar candles. So you cut it and it's quite effective and it's really cheap. Now that you picked your wick, the next thing that we need to do is to pick our fragrance. I get a lot of questions, people asking me, should I use fragrance oils or should I use essential oils? And when you're making candles, you need to use fragrance oils. With essential oils, I tried it before and my candle just didn't smell like anything. It just doesn't combine good. So for now, just know in your mind that you need to buy fragrance oils. Once you have these 3 things, the next thing that you need to do, if you want, is dye. Dye helps you color your candle any type of color that you want, and there's 3 different types. One is the chip dyes, and the one that I use, they're like little chips. The pro thing for them is the fact that your color is going to be super intense and it's going to have depth. The next thing you can use is a liquid dye. I personally don't use it because I just don't see the vibrant colors, but maybe I didn't use the correct ones. But the good thing about it is the fact that it mixes in very fast because it's liquid and liquid with the wax. The third and final option is a mica powder. It just gives you this glittery effect over your candles. It doesn't mix terribly well with wax, but it's more usually used as a decoration, and it does add a slight shimmer to the candles. The next thing is glass and silicone molds. Now you need to figure out for yourself if you want to make candles in a jar or in a glass, or if you want to make standalone candles for which you need like a silicone mold. As a glass, you always need to make sure that your glass is heat resistant, and you have different types of glasses. One is a transparent glass, which is really nice because you can really see the candle. You need to make sure that you pour the wax at the right temperature because other spots can occur on the transparent glass, For a lot of people, this is a hassle, so what they do is they just go for a ceramic glass or a glass that is not transparent, just like this one. This way, you don't need to worry so much about that. This is, of course, a personal choice, but just to make sure, please know that you need your glasses to be heat resistant so that when you pour the wax or when somebody burns the candle, it doesn't break. For silicone molds, you have 2 options. Either you buy them online or you make them yourself. You can buy this silicone solution that is a ratio 1:1, and you can just make your silicone molds at home. That is also an option. If you're at the beginning of your career, I would say don't make the stupid mistake that I did. I bought a ton of silicone molds, and every month I tried to make something different, and it was nice because I was learning a lot, but now I'm left out with this silicone molds and I don't want to throw them out, and I'm just thinking of donating to somebody that is at the beginning. So if you want silicone molds and you're at the beginning of your career, please just send me a DM because I have lots of them. The next thing that you will need is a melting pot. So we have 2 different methods. If you're at the beginning, you're probably aware of this method, and it's a double boiling method. What that means is that you need a pan that has water in it, and you put another pan on top that has the wax. This is the way that the wax is gonna melt. A more pro option would be to buy a wax melter. They come in different sizes, like from 2 liters, 4 liters, 6 liters, 10 liters, depending on how many candles you make. There are different type of wax melters, a normal one and a digital one. I just got my hands on a digital one and it actually changed my life. It's such a good thing. I use the one from Alto and I really love it because I don't know, it feels like so futuristic to have a digital wax melter. I really love it and I really recommend it. Another thing that you'll need are labels, safety labels that you need to put at the bottom of your candle, and also the labels if you want to make any type of labels for your business or if you're making a gift for your friend. In order to make your own labels, you will need either Photoshop or you can use Canva as a program that is a bit cheaper and doesn't require so much knowledge like Photoshop. And you can either buy a printer yourself and print the labels at home, especially if you're thinking about making different type of labels, or you can just make your labels at home and use a different provider that can print the labels for you. For now, I have the second choice. I make labels myself and I send them to a printing company to print them for me. Wording labels, make sure that they are there on the candle and make sure that you provide wording labels to customers because you are selling something that catches on fire. Another thing that you will need is a scale, and this is really funny because I just ordered a new one and it's still in the box. But definitely a scale is really important, especially when you're calculating fragrances or how much wax you need to put in a candle. Wick trimmers. A wick trimmer is basically a wick cutter. So after the candle is done, you will need to cut your wick. I have never found a wick trimmer that is nice, to be really honest. So this is a personal opinion, but what I use is a trimmer for wait, this is like ridiculous. But I'm gonna say it. I use a trimmer that is usually used to cut dogs and cats' nails. I find them that they're the best. They're strong. They cut it how it needs to be. They look like this and they have never failed me ever. I have different type of sizes and I honestly super enjoy them. I would definitely recommend you to use this than this other type of wick trimming materials. I used them in the past and I don't like it. They get stuck every time I try to cut the wick. Not my vibe. A heat gun. This is something that you definitely need to use, especially at the beginning. If your wax is not solidifying nicely on top, you can use a heat gun to smooth out stuff. It can be also used to warm up your silicone molds or warm up your glasses. Safety. I don't really hear people talking about this online, but maybe it's common sense and that's why. You need to wear gloves, sometimes a mask, and also an apron. A mask is usually nice to use because you want to protect yourself obviously from all these fumes, especially me when I'm making like 100 candles a day with fragrances and stuff. I can get super dizzy, so I do wear a mask then. An apron is just to make sure you protect your clothes. Sometimes I wear nice clothes because I'm filming a video and then I get wax all over them and it's really not a vibe. It's super wasteful. Just try to use an apron. And gloves, you're gonna destroy your hands if you don't wear gloves, and I don't wear them all the time, but when I can, I do. This is an optional thing, especially if you're at the beginning. There are applications for fragrance calculations. I'm gonna pop them here in case you just are new and don't know how to calculate, but this goes with time, so don't freak out. I don't think I talked about the pouring and mixing. This is really important because when I first started candle making, everybody was using this tin type of jars for, I don't know, and I realized I hate them with a passion. So then I turned and I used these plastic ones, and this is like a lifesaver for me because I can definitely see the color when I'm pouring in. This is a bit dirty obviously, but I find it way easier to clean. So plastic cups like this, they're also cheaper than the tin ones. I definitely prefer them. They're sturdier. I can get the wax out. If it solidifies, I can just move it, you know. I mean, that's really, really great. For mixing, I use a spoon now. Finally, you know, civilization hit me because I was using this wooden ones. And I would always get wax everywhere because they were so small or they were too thin and they would break. So now I just use this type of thing. It's just a spoon, literally, which is also full of wax. This video is really real. A thermometer. You know, you have the ones that you just put it in the actual wax and they will tell you exactly what temperature it is. I had so many issues and so many of them broke. So in the past year I've been using this type of thing. It's a digital one and it's so much better. I just wish somebody would have told me about it because it just doesn't get so dirty, you know, and I don't need to put it in the actual box and take it off and break it off. So it's a bit more expensive, but it's a better investment for sure if you get this one. We made it under 10 minutes. These are all the utensils and essentials that I use, and I really wish when I was starting candle making or I was in my first year that I had all of this knowledge. Even if it's like a mixing spoon or like the heat gun, stuff that was all in one video, because then I would just check off the list and everything would be so much easier. Like I think I didn't know what a wax melter was even like 1 year in it. I was still doing the double boiling method, so you understand. I really hope this was useful. and I will come back to you with another video next Monday. Ciao! Thanks for watching!